Okay, hello YouTube. Thanks for watching. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about a traffic source that I'm using. Okay, and I haven't been using this traffic source for a while, but I used to use them a lot, and I've come back onto a particular traffic source that is proving to be pretty good, and I've been getting some signups into LiveGood using this traffic source, and I'm going to talk about that. But before I begin, I just want to say that, call this a disclaimer or whatever, but the point is, as I always say, is there's never ever any guarantees in results, all right, with any traffic source. And you shouldn't be, writing off a traffic source just because you're not getting signups in the first, few hours or days or whatever. It takes a little bit of extra effort to follow up and do something a little bit creative, and that's what I'm going to help you guys do. And so I'm going to just go through what I've been doing, and what I think you guys should be focused on to make this work. All right, so I'm going to share with the traffic source, and I'll have to be honest with you. This is a review, guys. Okay, I'm going to be totally honest, totally upfront with you. The reason why I haven't been using this traffic source in the last few years, although I think this traffic source is fantastic, and I've always thought this traffic source is good, is the reason is that actually it's not cheap traffic. Let me just put that out there. It's not cheap traffic. All right, but having said that, I've seen a lot of people spend a lot of money on traffic and getting zero results. So I think if you really figure this out and you really understand what you need to be doing in terms of what you need to be expecting when focusing, I mean focusing on the traffic source that you're working with, then you probably end up saving a lot of money. All right, really, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm going to compare this with a lot of other things that people are doing, but so this month I've gotten 8 signups. All right, that's not all from this traffic. No, I'll just put it out there. I'm just saying that I've got 8 signups this month. So I got 1, 2 came in the last few days. Had another one there, went on the 17th of April. We had 2 came in on the same day there. And let me just go back because we're still in April here. And then on the 10th of April, this is while I was traveling. This is just before I was traveling. So, I've been quite busy this month, but, as you can see, we've had 8 signups. So we're talking April here. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. So, but not all of these signups, not all of these upgrades came from this particular traffic. All right. Some of them came in for people I've known for a bit. I've built up a know, like, and trust. But honestly, everything that I've done in this industry, all right, is all originally from cold traffic. All right. So I have built up a big list over the years. Yes, I do have a big mailing list. And, I will say, regardless of what some of these leaders frown upon, they think that what we do here with marketing systems and, and building leads lists and mailing lists and funnels and stuff like that, it works because it's all I've ever done. Okay, let me repeat, it's all I've ever done, guys. Since 2015, I've 100% focused on building my mailing list by using traffic sources like this that simply work. All right, but there's never any guarantees. And people, finally, when I eventually join a company like LiveGood, I've got a big list to work with, and I've been nurturing that list for many years, and many of which have joined me and stuff in different programs over the years. But it's not going to happen necessarily overnight. So what you're focused on, guys, is you're focused on lead generation. That's what it's all about. People seem to evaluate a lead source based on whether they get a sign up within the next couple of days or weeks or whatever. It can take longer, but you can't write, even after several months, if you've got some of those people have been inactive or not doing anything, you just keep going. You just keep going. You build your leads list, you build your mailing list. And, when I come into a company like LiveGood, I've got a huge mailing list because I just keep going, with these traffic sources. But this particular traffic source is premium traffic, all right? And fair play to the guy. He sells it at a good price. And I say good price. It is a very affordable. I mean, I don't want to say, well, that's an opinion, all right? Whether you think it's an affordable, I think it's affordable considering what he's what he's provided over the years, not only the traffic itself, not only the leads, not only the service, but also the care and attention he has for his people. He's looked over my funnels. He's given me a lot of pointers and help, and he will do that for you. So anyway, I'm going to just talk about my stats here. So, okay, this is a funnel I use, a really simple funnel. Some of you are going to be quite surprised. Really simple. This is the funnel that he recommended. You know, just go with real simplicity. I tend to go overboard on the graphics, as people know, but I wanted to just try, you know, what he suggests, and it's a real simple funnel. It's got it's got all the elements necessary for a decent lead capture page, keeping it really simple. Very simple heading, you know, almost done. You know, to confirm your request, please check the box to let us know you're human. Sorry, no robots allowed. This is the capture page, guys. So either they click here or here, the same thing happens. All right, they put their name and email address. Oh, they don't put their name, sorry, the email address, and they click the button, or they click on the button here, the same thing happens. It's a real simple page, okay? And then they immediately go onto this page, okay? Still pretty simple. And it's got a video there. It goes straight to my LiveGood tour page. It's got a countdown scarcity. It's got some screenshots about, you know, this and that. And it's got, you know, obviously it's got the necessary disclaimers at the bottom, okay, which is important on both pages. Okay, it's got everything necessary. So my stats. Let's have a look. So this is the lead capture page. So as you can see from Jaszdeep, I've been tracking it. So I got a total of 524. So it's saying unique. What does unique mean? It means some people are coming back, the same traffic coming back. The real, you know, thing with Leadsleep is, you know, I take this with a grain of salt. All right. Some people, you know, you just got to, you know, I mean, this is what the reality is. I mean, Leadsleep's tracking tool is not perfect. That's one thing I will say about Leadsleep. It states that any lead that stays on the page for less than 1 second is not regarded as a reel. And absolutely, I totally agree with that. But I actually do not think that it has an accurate tracking feature built in. Because I've actually tested whether this is actually true on various accounts or various mailing lists, and it's actually not necessarily always verifying certain leads coming in when actually they were way more than 1 second on the page. So I don't agree with that. But anyway, out of that 315, so that's a 66% opt-in rate. I mean, obviously, depending on whether you take this into consideration, some people wouldn't, or this, or whatever. But anyway, 66% opt-in rate is fantastic. Okay, that's right there. And and actually, a lot of these, I don't want to show the emails coming in. Because that's private, but actually I'm getting quite a lot of people quite a lot of these cold traffic actually verifying their email address. There's quite a huge amount verifying the email address. So because obviously there's double opt-in. So this is the platform. Okay, this is Jaszdeep. Okay, I will put my link in the in the description. Okay, it's got my referral link in there. Appreciate if you come through me. Okay, so this is Jaszdeep. I've known him for a long time. He's a UK-based vendor, and spoken to him a lot. He's helped me a lot on various things, such as my funnel. He's gone through my funnel. He's given me a lot of training and help and support. And he's very much verified. And I think a lot of people might see, initially look at this and think that the price is a little bit high. But he delivers, at the end of the day. And I don't think for what he gives, I mean, when I say, guys, when I say that the traffic is good quality, I'm not necessarily just saying 100% that you're just going to get signups. You need to really work this. If you're going to go with this, you absolutely need to run with it. Okay, you need to set yourself up properly beforehand with a proper funnel, Okay, and I know, you know, a whole lot of people are going to ask me for that share code, and yeah, okay, you're welcome to ask me the share code, but you know, really tailor this to yourself. Really make it work for yourself, you know, be ready to follow up with them, you know, multiple times a week. I'm talking about minimum three times a week. Just follow up, you know. Even for the leads that come through, even if they don't pre-enroll into LiveGood, just use the broadcast feature in LeadsLeap with their, you know, opting in as a lead, and just send out, you know, messages. Okay, don't spam, send out value. Some people forget that they opted in, so make sure that you do it properly. And if they come through and they take a tour, all right. So let's have a look. So I actually got, okay, so here's my statistics. So Jaszdeep here, it's actually showing that I got one upgrade. Okay. But actually I know for a fact that I got two. All right. And the reason why I can explain that is because some people actually came in, and what they do is they opt in with an email address. It's kind of typical, you know, and some of you probably know this because maybe you guys do it as well. You come in with an email address. They call it a throwaway email address. So they're just curious initially about what the offer is. So they opt in with an email that you know, they're just curious. They want to opt in and see what it is. Usually not their primary email address because they don't want to get junk messages like they do typically with other mailing list systems. So they opt in with a junk email or a throwaway email address just to see what it is on the inside. And then sometimes, you know, if they like what they see, they use their primary email address to actually properly register. And that's what I've had one other person do. And I can verify that that was the case because it's got their name in their email address. And I'm not going to show their email address because that wouldn't be fair on them. But I know for a fact that there've been, you know, there've been two sales. Okay, so Jaszdeep provided two sales upgrades from that traffic. Okay, although it says one, as I've explained. So, you know, as you can see, you know, it's 142 hits from the leads. So they came through the funnel, they opted in, they went straight onto the next page. Maybe they watched the video, I don't know, but they clicked the button, they went onto the free tour and took a free tour. 40 people took a free tour, and actually, you know, it's showing here one upgraded. However, I know for sure that another upgraded from that same traffic, but they used a different email address, so that's why it's not tracked. Okay. So actually, you know, the fact of the matter is I got two upgrades from this. Okay. So that's that. All right. Now, what I did was I actually went with I placed my order. To be honest, guys, I didn't actually. This generally is regarded as the better option. However, with LiveGood, I actually kind of recommend this one. Because although, you know, it's great to have a lot of, you know, 100% US buyers, you know, that's fine. But, you know, LiveGood is very global. And actually, in my opinion, a lot of the success is happening globally. Okay. So although you can actually get a better deal with the cheaper option, I think in this case, you know, I would say it's the better deal. All right. This side. So, for example, what do we get? Okay. So you get 100 clicks here for $120, okay? But here you pay 100 clicks for $150. So you're actually paying more here, but I personally think this is actually probably the better deal. You're still going to get English speakers, but you're going to get international people globally. And with LiveGood, I honestly think that would be a better option. So for me, I actually went with this one, okay? This is what I went with, okay? 500 unique clicks. That's what I purchased. I actually got a discount. I don't know if the discount is still available, but I actually got a discount. So I'm very happy with this. And I know people are going to zero in on the fact that my stats don't make sense. But, you know, guys, I mean, you know, it's up to you. I mean, you can go to Jaszdeep and say, look, you know, this is what the stats is showing. You know, I got 524 total, but unique was only 472. Well, that's up to you what you think about that, and fair play. But I honestly think that the leads leap system is actually questionable with regards to the stats system. If you want a really proper, robust stat system, there are other more expensive stat systems out there. But that's what it is. I mean, I'm saving a lot of money on using cheaper tools like LeadsLeap, which are adequate, rather than going with more expensive tools and end up spending a lot of money every single month for a lot more expensive tools. I'm not going with, for example, ClickFunnels, where I had to spend $300 a month on ClickFunnels, or Aweber or GetResponse, where as my list grows, I could be spending $400, $500 a month for the size of list that I have. And then I'm using another third-party tool, such as a tracking tool, which costs me $30 a month or more. I'm taking all that into consideration. I think that this is already a better deal. I'd rather have the adequate system in place, but then get a decent lead source. So it's up to you what you do and how you do it. You can have full connection with Jaszdeep himself. You can discuss it all with him. But I was very happy with the results, and I'm going to continue to use this. This is really a premium traffic, and he's got a lot of experience in the industry, a lot of fantastic testimonials. People love him, and fair play to him. He is good. But there's never ever any guarantees. So as they come onto the list, I have a full mailing list going on. I've got 45, over about 45 days, 40 days of mailing going out. They don't go out every single day, but they're 40 days worth of mailing. All right. And then it loops back to day 9 and goes to here. All right. Which is generic enough. And so in other words, this mailing never, ever ends. It never stops. So, you'll get these share codes. I'm showing you this, guys, because you can make heads or tails out of it, whether you like it or not, whether you think it's good or not, whether it makes sense or not, whether you want to criticize what I'm doing or not. The fact of the matter is I got some upgrades, and it's not over, because I'm building my mailing list, and that's what it's all about. And I could get more from this. I still nurture them, and I've had people on my mailing list for several years who've never done anything, and finally got upgraded and decided to work with me on an opportunity. So anyway, this is the leads source that I'm talking about, and I'm going to be adding Jaszdeep to my recommended lead sources, including my other lead sources such as Traffic Zest, Wholesale Premium Traffic, My Lead Gen Secret, and other things. This is going to be added to my recommended traffic list, because all my recommendations, I don't think I've got, not sure if my recommended, no, I haven't got the page. I won't show you the page now because I have to go and find the link, but I've got a whole recommendation of traffic. I'll put the link below in the description, and this page will be added to that in due course. Anyway, click the link below, and you can get access to this page, so that you can, optionally purchase your traffic if you so choose. That's my recommendation. All right, thanks for watching, guys, and see you next training. Bye for now.